Hi guys and welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use Google Docs. So the first step to using Google Docs and getting into all of this Google business is getting a Gmail account. So we're first going to go to our web browser and type in gmail.com. Now once we type this in, you're going to see, here it is that you're on the Google Mail or Gmail webpage. So first what you're going to do is you're going to hit create an account and you're going to sign up, and it's totally free. Everything works, you know. So once you do that, definitely, and make sure you agree to the terms, but do not say use my Google may use my information to personalize plus ones. I would not do that. So definitely that's one thing you got to keep in mind. And I have already registered with Google Mail. All right, so all right, guys. Well, I've signed into my Google account. So once you're in this Google account of yours, you click on this option right here called Drive, or it could be saying Documents or Docs. And just click on that. And I want to exit out of that Gmail tab. And I already have a folder from the website material that you guys see. So, that's all that folder is. So now you're in this layout for Google, and it says Drive and everything. So let me give you a little bit of a walkthrough. So the first thing you want to do is, if you ever want to organize anything, the first step is to do folders, and you can add them according to your need. And also, here's how you do sorting. You can do quota used, how much you used a file. You can even do the by title, and you can do last opened by me, last edited by me, being modified, or last modified. Like, that's all you're gonna see being modified is because I only have just one file, which is a folder, and that's all you're gonna see moving up and down. It's really not gonna get organized. Now there are other ways to sort of do this viewing. See, this is in list view, but if you click on this grid, then you can see it just like you would in as like a thumbnails view, I believe, on Microsoft. Then there's also settings. So settings, you can there's a density called comfortable, which I am in. That's the environment I'm presented in. I can change it to cozy, so it might broaden up a little, and I can even change it to compact, which got even more wide. But I like comfortable, and that's what I want to keep it as. Now, the other thing I want to say is upload settings. I would like to emphasize that convert uploaded files from Google Doc to Google Docs format. Don't click on that. Just don't. Actually, you want to do is say you want to have that option unchecked and not selected, and definitely confirm settings before each upload. That's something that you should have if you're uploading your Word document or your PowerPoint document. And I suggest you strongly that because otherwise it's gonna take you a long time to upload if Google Docs uploaded a file wrong. So, and then keyboard shortcuts, this will tell you about all the shortcuts you can do, and I think throughout Windows and Mac, it's not just for a Mac, I think. And now, of course, there are also settings, but I wouldn't really mess with that because that's just your personal information. And if you want to mess with it, you can, but I'm not, because my settings are set the way I want them, and they're Google set. I really don't have to worry about them. So now let's get to the part for, looking at how to create documents. So here you can click upload. This is the upload button, if you want to upload a file or anything. So what you do is you just click up files, and then, desktop, and all the files that I have up there will come up. So, and then you have create. Now create, you can do a folder like I have for my website. You can also do a document, and so this is how a document looks like. We're just going to call it a test document. And, it looks like a Microsoft Word, but, you can, do what you have to do in here. And it's really different though, because here, you can type up a paper and everything, but, like the way you see Microsoft sort of, you can tell Microsoft to do your spacing would be a little different and everything. So I would definitely recommend that, you can, if you're working on a paper as a group or anything group project related, definitely use this. Then download it as a Microsoft file, whatever the format may be for that Microsoft file, be it PowerPoint, Excel sheet, or even a Word document like this. You can download it, and I'll show you how to do that. So since I'm in this document, you click on File, you click Download As. So here you get options as Microsoft Word, Open Document Format, which is basically an ODT format, and that is basically something you would use if you have Open Office. You can also do RTF, which is Rich Text Format. You can also do a PDF document if you know that, my file is final and it's been looked over. This is my final copy. This is my best work. Plain text, which I would not recommend. And neither would I recommend rich text format. And web page. I don't know about that, but I would not recommend that but if you know like what you have to do with a web page and everything, by all means, go for it. And if you know RTF and how to deal with TXT, go for it. And so, you can even publish to the web, which I strongly recommend you not do with anything. You can share it with whoever you want by email. Now, you can even email this as an attachment. You can make a copy of this. You can rename the document. You can if you want to create a new thing, you can even do that. And now a nice thing I like about Google Docs is you can share. So see the share thing? Share. So, sharing is basically nice. If I wanted to add a couple of friends, I'm going to make up something. JK. And let's just say GUI. I don't know. I'm just going to say Asus. Zeus. And, I don't have all these guys, But basically what I would do is I would, whatever that email is at gmail.com, bam. And, hit share and save. And it's not gonna say like we don't know these guys. And that's because, I modeled an example for you guys. But when you click share and save, it's gonna notify all the people whose email address that you have entered into to this box here. And yes, you can edit. You can even tell them, that you can comment on it, or you can, if you don't trust these guys and you can trust some, then you can tell them that you're all gonna view it. Now, if you want to have different settings like who can edit, who can view, and who can comment, then enter the email addresses separately and select the setting you have to do. And that's pretty much it for Google Drives in general of what you can do with each thing. But that that will these features all apply to PowerPoint and Excel spreadsheets, but I want to give you a tour through those anyways because I'm like that. Now, a presentation, you're gonna notice that hey, the Microsoft presentation templates are way 100 times different than Google Doc has it, and so basically, whenever I'm in a group and we have to work on something, we choose either a wave, we either choose steps, we either choose spotlight, or we choose a lesson plan. Modern, simple, light, dark gradient. Those pretty much are all the right ones that are recommended. Sketched and inspiration board are pretty good, and you can even use those. And yeah, so here you are. We'll just call it test presentation. Oh, look at me spelling wrong. Alright. And so, yeah, I can add slides. Here I am. I can invite friends. And a couple of you might be wondering, well, how do you, make, if you don't want to download the file or anything, and you want to present, and, this is your final copy, you're confident in what you've done, well, then how do I do it? Well, first of all, you have this button called present. And since I didn't type anything, you're really not going to see anything but white slides. So, yeah. And that's how you do it with presenting. But you might be like, well, you told us how to do a theme. Now, how do you do layouts and stuff? So I clicked on layout. I can even change this title in 2 columns. I can do title only. It's already built in. I can even do blank. I can even do title, just title itself. I can also add transitions, which is another thing that you guys might be looking to ask. And, slide from left. You can adjust the speed. Here you go. You can say apply to all slides or just this slide. But you only get limited transitions, guys. I would definitely add anything, download it as a Microsoft PowerPoint, and go from there. So you can upload that PowerPoint to your SkyDrive account if you don't have Microsoft Office physically. It doesn't have to be the new one. You can just use that. Or, if you have it, then you can just, edit it when you open it as a file from there, from your desktop or wherever you've saved your file. So, after this comes, of course, the spreadsheet. And notice it well, this is pretty much the same thing, and, it works with the same function. So let's just say here I'm just going to type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 88. And if I want to say equals sum, and I can put my parentheses in there, and I select these numbers, put my right parentheses in, and I hit enter, I get the total number. See? So it works, and we'll call it spreadsheet example. But you would download it as an Excel file, basically. Now there's also I modeled in, I think, SkyDrive tutorial, that you can have questions and stuff. You can do that. It's called form. You'd type in the questions and stuff. So just hit get started. You can use a little bit of a template here. If you don't, you can hit cancel. Just type in the questions, and and set the settings. Send the form off to whoever you have to send it off to, and go from there. So that's pretty much for forms, and it's pretty self-explanatory, guys. And actually, since I'm here, I'm just gonna say I'm going to do an example. So I'm going to say Tech Mania. That's the thing. And answer questions about the technology you like. So let's say, you know, do you like external hard drives? And multiple choice, yes. We'll say option 1 is yes. Option 2 is no. So we'll hit add item for another question. We'll say, do you own a copy of Microsoft 365? We'll hit, and we'll make it multiple choice. Yes, no, and we'll add another one. And here I'm just going to call the question, do you own any Adobe software? And so as you can see, question type, it'll say text or paragraph, text, multiple choice. You can have, check boxes. You can choose from a list. You can scale. You can do a grid. But I like multiple choice. We'll say, yes, no. And, as you start going to this tab right here, it's automatically going to add another one, but you don't have to worry about it. So, you can hit done. And, so, yeah, done. And then, you can just share your survey. And, send it to whoever you have to send it. So, definitely you can send form and, give people the link to your form or whatever. And all your answers will be recorded and sent to you. So, pretty cool, huh? Now, there's also something called drawing. Drawing is basically like design. It's like publisher, so it's basically where you get to design things. And so you can add like a text box. Say, I don't know, Tiki Tech Guru is releasing his first we'll just call it conference video trailer soon. And by the way, there is something I will be doing of this type, and you know what? If you're watching this video, then you know what's coming on my website. So, you can add and by the way, you can like add pictures and stuff if you store them to your hard drive and do all that stuff. So, guys, that's pretty much a wrap up. And yeah, I do have one thing to say. If you're worrying about saving, it automatically saves everything when you make changes. So, yeah. And then you can download it for Mac. Download the Google Drive. Or you can, if you are on a Windows computer, you can get all this. But then here it would say download drive for Windows. So, that's pretty much the difference. But other than that, guys, I hope you use Google Drive. And I hope you use it to collaborate. And it does have a calendar. So you can add events to your calendar. So it already has some events done. And since, it's going to go through setting you to a time zone. And if you sort of look at it, like in the back, like it says Earth Day, it's going to have its events already set up. So if I'm just going to set my time zone, and we'll just say, yeah, that's the thing. email me before each event, pop up before each event. You can always adjust those settings. If you're doing anything, how you want to get in a reminder from the server, if you're using email, just hit sync with your mobile, start using Google Calendar. And then, and it's going to show you a couple of things here and there. So you can look at the 4-day view, you can do the month view, you can even do the week view, you can even do the day view. And then that red thing tells you where what time it is. So yes, I am staying up late, but for you guys, staying up late doesn't even hurt, because I want to make you guys smart, educate you. And if you want to add an event, a quick add, create, make a little color. We'll just say day 1 or something, and here you have your time zone settings, and like what time you want to do your thing, and you can say all day repeat. If you're repeating, then it'll repeat monthly, yearly, or however you have to do it. Then this box comes up and you can check mark Monday through Saturday, repeat week, and all that. So you can choose the color of your event, and that's what it will show. And say available, depending on if you're available or busy or anything. Privacy, we're just going to say private. And we'll just hit done for right now. And there you go, I've added an event. And, that's how it works, guys, for Google Calendar. Now, that's pretty much it. But you can even explore, this is all, Google is all for you to explore. And then, I just deleted the event, because I really didn't need it. So this is pretty much it, guys. Google Drive and Google Calendar, and there's a bunch more, like Blogger, Finance, Photos. Photos is basically, if you use Photos, it's going to use Picasa, which I don't recommend, because you're leaking out your personal family stuff, so I wouldn't do that. But Blogger is basically, if you want to create a blog from these guys, they'll help you create a blog. But other than that, guys, Google is truly worth it. And I'm going to type in my password. So, Blogger. Alright. So, it'll start showing all these things I can do as a blogger, Well, not like all these things, but like it'll walk me through the setup and stuff. And since I'm not opening one, but you can, if you want, you can. I'm not, so I'm gonna exit out of here. And this is pretty much it, guys. Alright. And also, one more important thing is, here, if you select this check box right here, it's gonna highlight everything, and I'm gonna unselect my website. But I'm gonna click on all. See, I have all these documents I created in the video earlier. I'm gonna hit delete, and they are deleted and sent to the trash, which is here. And I'm gonna click on delete forever, and it's gonna delete forever. I won't have to worry about it. So guys, this is pretty much it. That is a wrap up of how to use Google Drive, how to use Google Calendar, and how to use Blogger. But I didn't essentially go through all those steps because I don't want to create one. I'm fine with my website and everything I have. So, but you guys have all what you want to do, all that power of what you want to do given to you. And I've showed you the way, and I hope, it helps you out. So, guys, with saying all of that, I say goodbye and see you for the next video.